Draft Day. Now, this is a great pro athletics movie for the pro football enthusiasts. Jersey Boys. Oh, what a night. I don't get the hate for this at all. Usually, when Clint Eastwood directs two movies in one year, the second one is the better movie. Not the case this year. Jersey Boys does a wonderful job at telling the story of the four seasons and their rise to fame. The songs carry the story even higher. It didn't make the biggest impact on me, but it was very well told. Fury. There was an earlier war movie called Lebanon, came out in 2010, that also was set inside a tank during the First Lebanon War in 1982. I'm not comparing Lebanon to Fury, but I'm saying that Lebanon is a really great war movie set inside a tank that I strongly recommend. Fury is set in World War II, about a team of U.S. soldiers who work together inside a tiger tank that they call Fury. Different war, different battle, different stories. I should acknowledge that Brad Pitt gives a unique performance as the captain. Reminds me of old World War II films like The Story of G.I. Joe and Sands of Iwo Jima. I think Fury succeeds very well. Into the Woods. Now, I saw the play when I was 11, and I'm happy to say that the movie adaptation brings new life to it. The changes between the play and the film, I didn't mind. The play has stage humor. The movie has cinematic humor. 3/4 in the way into the movie, two characters leave the picture. I thought that was weird. And I also wish that Johnny Depp looked more like a wolf and less like a wolfman or a werewolf. Other than that, lovely musical. Strongly recommended. The Grand Budapest Hotel. Not quite the best of Wes Anderson, but it's funny, adventurous, and wild. I didn't like F. Murray Abraham in the picture, but everybody else plays with distinction, leaving a lot of creative value and comedic value. The last runner-up is Unbroken. It seems like people hate it because Angelina Jolie directed it. She's Angelina. Let her direct and do what she wants. Personally, I went into Unbroken and forgot that Angelina directed it. I saw a very well-told story, true story, about the runner-turned-soldier in World War II who gets trapped and tortured in POW camps and comes out unbroken. It provides the right amount of what we can handle, and it's carried by the acting. Leaves a nice message at the end. Now that that's done, let's get to the top 10 films of the year. Number 10, The Theory of Everything. This is the true story of Stephen Hawking, starting in his young life to when he meets his wife, when he uncovers his brain activity, when he reveals his brilliance, creates his theories, and when his muscles decline due to his condition. It is also about how he overcame his disabilities to fulfill his dreams. Of course, it's not explicit in teaching Stephen Hawking's theory of everything. It still wants you to read the book. It also doesn't show how Hawking got published. It does show a great love story, it shows heartbreaks, and it has a strong, uplifting message. Some viewers might ignore it thinking it too sad. Now, this movie isn't meant to be sad. It's meant to be inspiring. And for those of you who don't know Stephen Hawking, this film is meant to get you to appreciate Stephen Hawking's life and work. Now, number 9 on the list. I can't believe I'm about to say this. Number 9, Lucy. I'm not kidding. Lucy really is number 9 on the list. I got to meet Luc Besson back in spring, and I can say that we have another great Luc Besson picture. It got good reviews, but it seems like a lot of viewers didn't like it. I even saw it on some worst of the year lists. I think the viewers missed something. It's not about the increase in brain usage, but the increase in brain power as Lucy ventures with her new powder. They still say that the 10% of your brain theory is a theory. As for the story, well, it's wild, it deserves the R rating, and with a hint of science, it excels in a way that only Luc Besson could allow. The ending, boy, I don't know if it's a happy ending or a downbeat ending. But what I can say is, this is one awesome action picture. Now, Marvel Studios has been rumoring around a Black Widow movie. We don't need Black Widow the movie. Scarlett Johansson made a better movie, Lucy. See that. Number 8 is The Imitation Game. This is the Benedict Cumberbatch proves that he is an A-list actor as he portrays Alan Turing in the true story of Turing and his team and the actions that they used to figure out the codes of German messages during World War II. At a time when women weren't believed to be smart enough for these jobs, Turing finds one woman who proves to be helpful and more in cracking the codes. She's played wonderfully by Keira Knightley. The film doesn't give away the secrets that Turing's team used to uncover the codes. Who can? But we don't need that. We saw a great man in Mr. Turing who invented machines that we still use today. And how his life was tormented after the war, getting punished when you're not a criminal. Number 7 on the list is Gone Girl. I got to meet David Fincher briefly back in the summertime, and I can say that Gone Girl is a horrifying mystery thriller that will make you feel sick. It's not going to make you ask, how well do you know your spouse, but how well do you know anyone? I won't get into the story, the performances speak for themselves, but maybe the film was made to make us not take everything in firsthand, to allow us to see things differently for a moment, and maybe from now on. Or maybe the film was made so that husbands could go home to their wives and say, I don't care who you are, where you're from, don't care what you did, as long as you love me, baby. Number 6 on the list is Foxcatcher. In this film, Steve Carell plays John DuPont in the true story of DuPont as he recruited top wrestlers to train at Foxcatcher Farms, in top-notch training facilities that he invested in with his fortunes. John DuPont loves the farm and he loves wrestling, at first. DuPont is keen on getting top-notch wrestlers to join as he recruits the Schultz brothers, played by Channing Tatum and Mark Ruffalo. And he's keen on keeping the facilities nice and getting the paperwork in so that his team could compete in or try out for Olympic competition. But once he has that, he doesn't care anymore. Once he has all that, the team goes out and practices while DuPont goes to other places, like the shooting range or sleeping in. He even offers cocaine to Mark Schultz, played by Tatum, claiming it's just cocaine. Every now and then DuPont does work with the team, going over drills, exercises, and techniques, but then he still goes off and does other things. Mark, played by Tatum, expresses his dislike for DuPont later in the film. While it is very much about the sport of wrestling, it is mainly about the partnership between DuPont and the Schultz brothers. Great character study.